Ryan may have just pulled the ultimate betrayal, and the evidence coming to light is shocking. With the court battle heating up, the truth is starting to unravel, and let's just say, it's not looking good for Ryan and Blake. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have always been Hollywood's power couple, the kind of duo that makes marriage look easy. But if recent events are anything to go by, things are far from perfect behind the scenes.
Ryan Reynolds is the villain. The leading theory here is that Ryan Reynolds is behind all of this.
As the drama unfolds, it's clear that Ryan's actions went way beyond just being a supportive husband. Blake had already signed a deal with Justin Baldoni to star in his film, sticking to the director's vision. Everything was set in stone. Contracts were signed, scripts were finalized, and production was in full swing. But out of nowhere, Ryan decided to step in, uninvited.
What set off the cannon, right? What sparked the cannon here? What made Ryan Reynolds march in and go, let me see the dailies. Let me see it. Let me see all the footage, right? Let me see the script. What's going on?
And not just to give advice. He literally started making major changes to the script himself.
Ryan's here tonight. What is it like for the both of you to be promoting major motion pictures at the same time?
Oh my gosh, it's just so thrilling in our house right now. We help each other, we work together so much. So the iconic rooftop scene in this movie, my husband actually wrote it. Nobody knows that, but you know.
People on set were shocked. Who did Ryan think he was? This wasn't his project, he wasn't the director, he wasn't the writer, he wasn't even part of the cast. Yet, there he was, acting like he ran the whole production. Some sources say Ryan wasn't happy about Blake working so closely with Baldoni, while others believe he just wanted to control the situation.
Ryan Reynolds is allegedly using this lawsuit not only to punish Justin Baldoni for crossing professional boundaries with his wife, but also to publicly humiliate Blake Lively.
Either way, his interference quickly became a massive problem. And then came the explosive fight. On the day Ryan stormed the set, things got ugly fast. According to insiders, he and Blake had a screaming match in her trailer. She was furious that he was trying to take over her work. And Ryan, he wasn't backing down. Witnesses claim that their argument was so intense that crew members started whispering about possible marriage trouble.
He goes into Blake Lively's trailer and they have an argument. All of the production assistants overheard the argument.
But of course, when the cameras were rolling, Blake put on her best Hollywood smile. She acted like everything was fine, but behind closed doors, she was seething. But Ryan wasn't done yet. Not only did he force changes to the script, but he also went behind Blake's back and took things to an entirely different level. He went straight to WME, Baldoni's agency, and told them to drop him. And here's where things get even more suspicious. Ryan reportedly threatened to take several A-list stars with him if they refused. Now, WME is one of the most powerful talent agencies in Hollywood. They don't just drop directors out of the blue unless there's serious pressure.
Justin's talent agency, WME, has dropped the actor as a client following Blake's legal complaint of harassment.
And sure enough, right after Ryan made his demands, a harassment allegation against Baldoni suddenly surfaced.
The Hollywood actress Blake Lively has filed a legal complaint against her It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni, alleging harassment and a campaign to destroy her reputation.
The timing? It's way too convenient. Of course, the second this scandal broke, WME cut ties with Baldoni immediately. And just like that, Ryan had successfully erased the man Blake had signed a contract with. Now, let's talk about how this backfired. Because instead of Ryan dealing with the mess he created, it was Blake who got caught in the middle. Since she was the one who originally signed on to work with Baldoni, she was left dealing with the fallout. And things got even worse when Baldoni filed a $400 million lawsuit against her for extortion and defamation.
Actor-director Justin Baldoni is now suing his former co-star Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds, seeking more than $400 million in damages, accusing them of defamation and extortion.
Now, let's take a second to process this. $400 million. That's not just a lawsuit. That's career-ruining, life-altering money. And guess who was nowhere to be found when this happened? Ryan. The same man who orchestrated this whole situation, who pushed for the script changes, who pressured WME into dropping Baldoni, was now completely silent as Blake took the heat.
The villain in this entire story is not Blake Lively, it's not Justin Baldoni, but it is Ryan Reynolds. And now I look at him and I just go, how did I not see? Look, he puts Botox in his forehead. Of course, he's a madman.
Blake, who had trusted her husband, suddenly found herself on her own. And if there was ever a moment to see Ryan's true colors, this was it. People who have known Blake for years say that she's always seen Ryan as an easygoing, charming guy. But now, she was seeing a side of him she never expected. Ryan had gone full Hollywood power player mode.
It doesn't matter who you are. Like, I'm the A-lister. I am Ryan Reynolds. I have A-list friends. I'm friends with Taylor Swift. I am friends with Hugh Jackman. I'm the person that plays Deadpool.
And when it came time to face the consequences, he was nowhere to be found. Even more shocking, Ryan hasn't even made a public statement about the lawsuit. Not one word. And you know what they say? Silence speaks volumes. The fact that he's avoiding the topic completely makes it clear that he knows he played a big role in this mess. And let's be honest, if Ryan was truly innocent, wouldn't he be standing by his wife's side? Wouldn't he be offering emotional and public support? Instead, he's backing away, leaving Blake to fend for herself. People close to the situation are saying that Blake is feeling completely betrayed. Blake's not as innocent as people think. The rumor is she started developing feelings for Baldoni, but Ryan found out about it.
There has to be a connection between specifically coined, a direct line from that to millennial women finding out via TikTok that their husbands hate them.
It's not even that they found out on TikTok, it's that they married husbands that hate them because they incorrectly categorized it as cute and funny and like what Ryan Reynolds does, but really your husband or boyfriend just hates you.
I'm not speculating what actually goes on between them, but
and we don't care.
And I ultimately don't care. But this whole like public spectacle that they've been playing for the last 10 years, and the media outlets completely latched onto it and was like, couple goals, like 20 times Ryan totally owned Blake on Instagram. And it's like him posting bad pictures of her and being like, my wife is a piece of shit.
So to make sure Ryan stayed on her side, Blake allegedly started making up stories about Baldoni, painting him as the villain. Once Ryan was convinced Baldoni was the problem, he went ahead and took control, changing the script and even getting involved in the production. Sounds like a big power play. If the rumors are true, Ryan was the one who encouraged Blake to push for this lawsuit in the first place. And now that it's turned into a nightmare, he's pretending like he had nothing to do with it.
It doesn't matter who you are. Like, I'm the A-lister. I am Ryan Reynolds. I have A-list friends. I'm friends with Taylor Swift. I am friends with Hugh Jackman. I'm the person that plays Deadpool.
At this point, it's looking like Blake is going to be the one paying the price while Ryan walks away with his reputation intact. And honestly, it's a bad look. The Hollywood power couple everyone used to admire is starting to crumble right in front of our eyes. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more celeb gossips unplugged.